Predictions of the future with science.
Future.
Technology.
Brain.
Technology.
The future. The giant greased hog of time. Always slipping out of our hands, no matter how tight we grasp it. Until now. My name is Joe Irvin, and this is Exact Predictions of the Future with Science, the only YouTube video series which promises not just to predict the future, but to do so with an accuracy of 100%. Throughout history, the human race has mastered things once thought impossible. Aviation, space travel, dance. But never before has man managed to look beyond herself and transcend the bonds of time altogether. And that's exactly what I have done. Every week, I will share with you my findings from a specific year in the future, made possible by my groundbreaking work in the legitimate science of neurobiology, which I made up by myself, with a lot of research and some very educated guesses. In doing so, I will finally prove myself to all those who have questioned me over the years, and almost certainly secure my place in scientific history, and in regular history, where there are fewer nerds. Episode 1.
2100 AD.
The year is 2100 AD, the Chinese year of the goose. It will be a year of technological advancement, environmental weirdness, and long, stylish scarves. The number 7 will be lucky, while the number 39 will be unlucky, and the color purple will be green. War. The Seventh World War will begin in late January and end in early February, lasting approximately 2 weeks. It will end after both sides realise that all the different types of fighting have already been done in previous wars, and that this repetition might, to some critics, make the war seem derivative. It will be the first war to end because of a lack of originality. This war will also be the last for a considerable amount of time, after the song "War, What Is It Good For?" really starts to resonate with people. Entertainment. An album made by a robot programmed to think and act like the deceased rock musician Sting will be a hit. It will be called I Am Sting Now, and it will feature some of Sting's signature style, with of course, a robotic twist. A band, composed entirely of dogs in sunglasses, will become a viral sensation, despite their inability to play their instruments. Later on in the year, they will have their own television show, in which they occasionally do not wear sunglasses, to show a more vulnerable side to the group.
Future music. This is what music will sound like in the year
2100. You have to go to the gym. It's the law that you have to go to the gym.
A reboot of the popular television show Black Mirror will be made, called We Have All This Stuff Now, and it's really not so bad. Technology. A tech corporation named Christopher will eventually control almost half of the Western world. In other news, Christopher will release a line of memory booths, which, though primitive at first, will allow people to view their own memories for entertainment. However, the system will not be perfect, and the booths will be unable to deal with the natural gaps and inconsistencies of human memories.
I love you, David, and I want you to know that
Majority of dead wife memory lost.
Environment. Snakes will begin to get shorter and shorter as a result of fluctuations in the atmosphere. Eventually, all snakes will shrink down to small nubs, some of which are still reasonably threatening. The sea level will finally drop after decades of rising exponentially. This will happen after a group of scientists decide to shoot a third of the Earth's water into space using an enormous cannon. When asked what the long-term implications of this might be, the scientists will admit that they don't know, but are curious to find out. The Earth will move around an inch outside of its usual orbit, resulting in the extinction of the jellyfish. People. An unknown science teacher will have been dead for 52 years and no one will remember him. In other news, 2 million people will find love. Also, in March it will be Christopher's birthday. Those that forget to buy him a gift will be sent on a complimentary friendship weekend, from which only a few will return alive. Now, rapid fire predictions.
Typing will be made illegal in Japan. The human back will morph. The Democratic Republic of the Congo will remain mostly unchanged.
Thus concludes this week's episode. Feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Awards and medals can be sent to the following address. And remember, I know how and when we're all going to die.